2025 has started with a pretty big event for me. I started this YouTube channel back in 2021, and when I did so, I mainly just wanted a place to be able to talk about things I love to more than just whatever sucker engaged with my posts on Reddit. For the majority of the life of this channel, it's had a modest growth, and at the beginning of last year, I was sitting around 100 subscribers. And don't get me wrong, 100 subscribers was still more than I'd ever dreamed of at the time, but I always knew that with time I could tally up more and more. Hey, maybe in a decade I could get to 1,000. Of course, one thing led to another. I made my video, what if every franchise in Smash had 8 characters, and it did really well. And while that video and the video which Smash characters could lift Mjolnir did build my subscriber count a bit, it still fell short of the next big milestone, 1,000 subscribers. But it only left me a little short, and by the time the Mjolnir video fell off, I was within touching distance. It didn't get there by the end of 2024, but it didn't take that long into 2025 for me to end up crossing that boundary. And so the question becomes, what will I do to celebrate the advent of 1,000 people deciding that they want to hear more of what I have to say? The answer felt obvious the more I thought about it. I wanted to do a face reveal. That's a big thing, right? But wait, no, I can't. I don't think I've ever explicitly said it on this channel, but the reason I never show my face on here or any of the connected social media is because I'm a teacher, and frankly, I've seen other teachers' YouTube channels being found by students, and it's always just a bit annoying. Now, if one of my students did stumble upon my channel, there's no doubt they'd recognise my voice because it's the one thing I simply cannot hide. But not having my face on my channel and still being pretty small time and not talking about topics the vast majority of my students would have any interest in, at least makes it less likely they'll find me. So, no face reveal. Except, oh, but I kind of wanna. After all, being able to show my face on camera would be useful in a bunch of ways. Sometimes when I'm editing, I can see in my mind's eye a section where I, as the host of this channel, should be on screen, but instead I have to settle for usually just gameplay footage or static images. If I could show my face, then maybe it would actually benefit my content. Maybe I need to find a middle ground, or a halfway point. Or not a halfway point, a 10th of the waypoint. So yeah, this is my 10% face reveal. Now obviously this isn't actually 10% of my face, but I came up with the name of this before I actually checked, so do forgive me on that one. So you might be wondering about why I have this hat. I did actually mention in my Professor Layton trailer video about the fact that I have quite a long history with top hats, and obviously this is a stovepipe hat, not a top hat, but I have quite a long history with hats, top hats, going back to my days playing the Professor Layton games. And it just kind of developed over time to the point where now I just collect hats in general. I have around 80, well, not quite 80, but it's coming up to 80 hats at this point, which I absolutely love my hats. It's kind of one of the key parts of my identity. So, but my top hats and my stovepipe hat are my favourites, and so seeing as this kind of slides quite nicely down my head to a point where, you know, you can't see most of my face, I figured it would be a good way of me to be able to, you know, appear on camera, but I can maintain my anonymity, and, you know, I can use my hands a bit more to communicate, as my Italian side often wants to, and I can also tie my hats to a kind of as a fundamental part of my online persona, which I have been wanting to do for a while and haven't really known how to. So this is how I'm doing it. So yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart for anyone who has subscribed, anyone who has decided, you know, they listen to me rambling about some topic and they want to hear more of it. It genuinely does mean a lot to know that there are people who actually want to listen to what I'm saying, and I am just so really grateful to it, and I hope to, you know, grow even more from this point, and I'd love to, you know, see where we can get to. 2025 I think is going to be a good year for me and this channel, and I am glad that you guys are going to be along on the ride with me. So yeah, let's see what it brings.